I did promise the F1 fans some videos, and we're finally going to get one. Max Verstappen's 2019 Red Bull RB15 diecast made by Burago. These are the guys that produce some really affordable Formula 1 1/43rd scale diecasts. They're not on the high-end market such as, Spark or Mini Champs. This is really kind of an affordable way for, for the kids or for the young adults or for the people who just don't have the money for Spark or Mini Champs. This is actually a very affordable alternative, and I noticed this when I was over at Gutswear in Road Atlanta. I actually purchased one. It was the Kimi Räikkönen 2018 car. So I figure, with the 2019s coming in now, I figure we review some of these because these are available now at the local dealers on eBay. They have picked up quite a few of these. So these are very nice products. I mean, I was not really too, disappointed with it when I picked up the 2018 one. So hopefully we'll be a little impressed with the 2019 versions of these. But these are really cool. It comes in a nice little display here. It's got the matching livery of the Red Bull cars itself. Kind of maybe a little bit darker shade of blue on the car itself than the box here. But overall they really actually went all out with designing the packaging here. But I'm not really too disappointed with these. These are actually really nicely detailed models for, I believe, I only paid $14.99 for this car. This is actually really affordable diecast for the Formula 1 fans out there. It is diecast metal with plastic parts, which does not shock me one bit because these cars are indeed very light in weight. But yeah, I have Max Verstappen here. He's a good-looking dude. You got Aston Martin Red Bull Racing. It's got pretty much a matching livery based off what the car is like. This is really fantastic. So what I'm going to do is, since these cars are screwed onto a base, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to remove the car off the base, and then once we do, we'll go over the interior parts of the box, and then we'll go over to the diecast itself. Well, now that it's finally out of its packaging, I had a little bit of difficulty with this one. With this car, it comes with two screws onto it, which you need kind of really a small screwdriver to it. It really wouldn't be a problem. Like the first one wasn't a problem, but unfortunately the second screw was super glued in, unfortunately. So that's kind of unfortunate. So you kind of really had to put a little bit of muscle to take that. I had to put a little muscle to take that out. But for you guys, it probably shouldn't be that much of an issue. But as far as the diecast goes, I mean, for $15, I mean, you really get not a bad car. It's not that bad, for a 1/43rd. I mean, it doesn't come with the little minor details. It's not really, highly detailed plastic to it, but, it's quite affordable. I mean, I really have no complaints over this guy. I mean, I know my people like myself, we like to collect the Sparks, we like to collect the Mini Champs, we like to collect, the TSM models of the sports cars and all that, but, for the common collector, I really would recommend these Burago cars. I mean, they really produce an affordable diecast. I know they make the Aston Martin Red Bulls, I know they make the Ferraris, and I know they make the Mercedes. That's as far as I know as what their product line is as of right now. But let's go over this car here. Let's give a nice little 360 view of it. I mean, all the little winglets and everything, they're not detailed like the Sparks would be or anything like that. But it's nice to know that they actually kind of implemented that these cars do have multiple little winglets onto it. But it's not really super detailed in that department. It looks like it's got the height of the car right. It's also got the colors correct. I believe if you touch it right here, it is a matte finish, which that is what it's supposed to be. That's what the real car is. Not too much detail with the gearbox and all the axles and everything, as you would quite expect with one of these cars, because that's one of the cooler parts of an F1 car. Really, it's all the little minor nuts and bolts that go onto it. I really like that. The floor is made of all carbon fiber floor. That is really beautiful. The rear wing doesn't look too realistic, but It's not that bad. Then again, I really don't know much about what an F1 wing looks like or anything like that. But the halo to me kind of looks like, I think it's supposed to be like that. I think it might be supposed to be like this. But it looks to me like maybe it should go over here. Like, not really kind of dive down, but looks pretty good. I mean, you got the nice little winglets here. Got that detail. You got the Pirelli Pzero tires. That looks beautiful. But anyways, let's go over some little nuts and bolts and details into this car. You know, it's made by Aston. Aston Martin does sponsor this car. Produce, you know, it's a really awesome car. You know, it's a Honda engine to it. You know, it's got Max Verstappen's number. It looks to me like they really emphasized on the height of the nose compared to the tub of the car. It's really a nice steep drop there. It's got the Pirelli tires, and I believe these tires are made of it looks rubberish. It definitely is some sort of rubber to it. I really do like that kind of detail. It's a bit of rubber to it. Aston Martin once again. It's got the little Puma logo. I like that. Red Bull, IBM, Honda. Actually, it's pretty cool they got the Honda logo right underneath the Red Bull logo. I would expect it maybe more on the dorsal fin. It's got Max Verstappen's number here. Like I said before, you know, you feel this car, it's all matte finish. That's what's really awesome. AT&T on the back wing. Got Aston Martin on the rear wing. This is a really beautiful diecast. I mean, for the cheap price you pay for, I mean, you get what you pay for, of course, but, you know, it's definitely not too bad. Just some minor details missing, like, you know, if I were to buy the Spark and the Mini Champs, you know, I would definitely expect each individual winglet being exposed. I would fully expect all these guys to be fully detailed. I would expect, you know, the halo to be more detailed. I would expect a lot coming out of here where the axles are and the exhaust pipes. The diffuser, especially the diffuser. The diffuser is not existent on this car. Yeah, the gearbox will be more detailed. The rear wing will be more detailed. But, you know, for $15, I am really not going to complain because this is really an affordable way to collect Formula 1 diecasts. And I kind of figured since these are really underwhelmingly popular and I have a couple friends who are into Formula 1, I figured introduce them a new way to kind of collect some of these models. And I'm probably sure my friend Josh is probably all over this right now as we speak. But anyways, you know, this is a really awesome looking diecast. If I were to give it a rating, you know, if the quality you pay for, it's a home run. I mean, you get the diecast metal part, you get all the plastic parts to it, which is kind of expected. You get the rubber tires. You know, for $15, that's about what I pay for this car. I wouldn't pay any more than that. You know, that's really the bottom line price for these. The price is right. No pun intended to my favorite game show of all time, or favorite TV show, period, pretty much. But you know, really nice job. I mean, there's a lot of things missing. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's not the collector's model. Like, it's not something where somebody like me would go out and buy. You know, I would buy the Spark and the Mini Champs. But, you know, for somebody who just wants an F1 diecast, they just want to roll around the coffee table. They want to display a nice little display, you know, in their college dorms. You know, they can't afford, you know, the Spark or the Mini Champs. This is a really nice alternative to that. And I really would personally recommend that to the collectors that follow that criteria. So, anyways, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. This is Race Day 2011 reminding you to join the fight and stop bullying. It does get better. The Diecast Kid is always happy to see you.